Good morning, and thank you for being here. My name is Jamie Nold, and I serve as the superintendent of the Sioux Falls School District. And great news, anytime that we're able to celebrate things that benefit kids, it is good news and good information to be able to share out. A few things that we're here for today, or truly one thing that we're here for today, is to make an announcement with a partnership to be able to increase mentors for our students. And that's an incredible thing. Mentoring, as many of you know, can have a great impact on the life of a child. And as we go through and look for mentors, we're always short. And we always are striving to get more mentors because we have more students available for mentors than we do have mentors, adult mentors that can step in and sometimes fill that gap. That doesn't mean we're not grateful for the individual groups that we have that work towards gaining us mentors. Our LSS and teammates are two key partners in that. But we also have others that step up in our community to help make that a reality. And I often say that I have so many mentors in my life that have helped me through and to be able to just realize things at different stages of my life, whether that was a coach or whether it was another family friend, or when I became into administration, a friend that reached out and just gave me advice. But if you're somebody that doesn't have that, especially a child, it makes it very difficult, and it makes it tough for them at times. We always have great families, and family support is a key integral piece of that, and I had a great family. But to still have other mentors outside of my family step in and fill those gaps and just give you that support that you need, and if a child doesn't have that, it can make it very difficult for them. And so that's really truly what this mentoring program is, especially for school-age kids, is to have somebody step in and fill in that gap just to be there and have that conversation. I'm currently on my third mentee, not that I can't keep a mentee, but they go through and they age out, which is what you want them to be able to do. And you go through and just be there for them. I've learned how to play a lot of games that I've never played before in my entire life, and I'm not sure we always follow the rules on those games. But it's just being there and having fun with that child and making a difference in their life on a daily basis. And so when we go through and do that, giving up 1 hour a week, I've been able to fit that into my schedule. And I know different people have different schedules that are very busy. I would say that mine is busy as well, but you can fit that time in there to be able to do that for a child. And so over the last 9 years that I've been able to do that, and I will truly say that it's been a great impact on my life and just being able to serve other people and being able to pour into another life. I hope I have impact on those children as well, but it's truly an impact on myself as well, and just the difference that it makes that you see things in a different light. We had a little over a year ago, Randall Beck, and I know Randall does not like the limelight on it, but Randall Beck and Rich McCorris sat down with me and said, what are we going to do? How are we going to figure this out a little bit? And we came up with some ideas, and then I didn't hear. And so I reached back out to them and said, hey, what should we do on this? Where do you think we should go? And they go, oh, we're way down the path on this, and which was awesome. And they took the ball and really ran with it and said, you know what, we got to do something. And the conversation was at that time is, can we get somebody that can recruit? And it's a little bit large and it's daunting to do it for the whole Sioux Falls School District or this whole region, but can we focus on a few schools? And so truly then we just selected those 3 schools, and I know their principals would love to be interviewed by them or by you after we're done here. Miss Dewan and over at Anne Sullivan, and Miss Dobberpool over at Terry Redlin, and you'll hear some from here at Cleveland as well coming up here. But it just to be able to step in and fill that gap in our community, so we're grateful for the Community Foundation, for Rich, and obviously the things that you've stepped in and done, Randall, just to be able to fill that gap. And so we thank them for that. And I know people that may hear this, you think, well, how do I go about that? I don't think I'm a person who should be doing that. You are. You don't have to be perfect. You absolutely don't have to. And it isn't always easy every day. I won't say that it is. Sometimes you lose the game and sometimes you win the game. But it's not necessarily the easiest thing, but you just got to be there. And that's a simple piece of it, just to show up and be there and be consistent and show up on a weekly basis. That's truly what's going to make the difference for that child. They'll sometimes share some tough things, and you kind of listen and help, and then some things it's just a great day and they laugh and giggle the whole time. But that's part of being a child and just having an adult there in their life. So we're very thankful that we're able to fill that and have somebody that will be able to go out and recruit mentors for those 3 schools, the 3 schools. This is the mentoring room here that you're in now. That's where they just come in and they sit and play games and talk and have lunch and then go on their way. And the next week do it again. And that can have a true impact on the life of a child. So we thank individuals in our community. We have an incredible community that steps in and fills that gap. And so we thank you guys for doing that. I also know that it's been a key initiative for our mayor. We've been grateful for that, to say this is something we need in our community to be able to do that. And our police chief has said that every single time he goes out there. You know, we can have things that happen in our community, and you know what? We have to start when they're little kids. We see these things that happen years down the road, but we got to start when they're little kids to make a difference, not wait until they're teenagers or until they're 20, 21, or 30. But when we start when they're young, we can make an impact and change their life for eternity on that. So I'll pass it off now to Rich and to come up and say a few words. So thank you.
Well, good morning. I'm Rich McCorris here from the community of Sioux Falls, and so thankful just to be able to share a couple of details of what we're really excited to launch today. Today we're launching a 2-year pilot project. A 2-year pilot project thanks to the generosity of community members. The goal of this pilot project is to see if we embed a staff member in 3 different schools in our community that's focused on recruitment and engagement of mentors, if we're able to increase the number of mentors in our Title I schools in Sioux Falls. Today I would put it this way: we're simply announcing what Sioux Falls always does. Sioux Falls does something different for the sake of the common good. We've got a lot of good entities in this community, and what's special about today is we literally have everybody at the table. We have the mayor, the police chief, the superintendent, the Sioux Falls Community Foundation, and then an amazing organization of teammates, Lutheran Social Services, and the Helpline Center. And so what we're doing is we're saying we've got great mentoring programs in our community. What we need to do is go out and mobilize people to take advantage of those programs. So here's what's going to happen. Over the next 2 years, we're going to place a staff member in these 3 schools. The staff member is going to be an employee of the Helpline Center and help provide that coordination. That staff member is going to go out in the community. So whenever the police chief goes and gives a big push and says we need mentoring, hopefully the staff member will be right there in their pocket, and the police chief would say at the end, hey, talk to them right now about getting signed up. And that staff member would have specific stories from those 3 specific schools of, hey, maybe you could step in and help her or help him and really help that process of recruitment and engagement. Over the next 2 years, we're going to watch the data closely and see, hey, is this what we need to do to increase the number of mentors in our community? And if we start to see the numbers increase in these 3 schools, maybe we've developed a model that can be used in the future. We don't need new programs in Sioux Falls. We need collaboration in Sioux Falls. And today is an example of collaboration. We're seeking to lift up the programs of Lutheran Social Services and teammates and say, utilize these to impact lives. So we're so thankful for the Helpline Center stepping in as well. At the end of the day, I get asked, probably a lot less than the mayor does, I get asked 2 or 3 times a week, what can I do in Sioux Falls? Every week, what can I do in Sioux Falls? And I tell them 2 things. Number 1, you can mentor someone coming out of prison, or number 2, you can mentor somebody in elementary school. You can either get in front of it or you can try and change it. And so today we're tackling a piece of that pie that hopefully changes the trajectory of kids' lives. And this isn't possible without LSS and teammates. And at the end of the day, we want to lift up the work that they're doing in our community and encourage people to participate. And so also it doesn't happen without generosity. The Sioux Falls difference is people saying, yep, we'll step up, we'll put a pilot project in place and see if this works. So we're so thankful for the Community Foundation that says, you know what, we see the need, we see the unique idea, this isn't duplicating, but we're going to try something different to encourage that collaboration. So I'm honored to invite forward Andy Patterson from the Community Foundation, who's leading the generosity.
Thanks, Rich. Well, thanks, Rich. I'm Andy Patterson with the Community Foundation. At the Community Foundation, we really believe in the power of connection. And a lot of what we get to do is connecting donors to important projects in the community. But that importance of connection is a lot broader too. And you think about the importance of all of us as community members connecting with our young people is a big deal for the future of Sioux Falls. And so we were excited when Randall and Rich reached out with this initial idea. I think it is always great when we can try a new idea, especially when something is difficult. It's not easy finding mentors. It's a big commitment. And so I love that this was a new idea, something that we're going to look at and decide, is this effective? And so that was really great. I would also just add getting to know Randall a little bit, to know someone that has invested in schools themselves and made a difference in a particular school. To see that idea originate there carried a lot of weight. So our grants committee was excited last May when they were able to make a grant to invest in this, and now we have a fund at the foundation that can receive contributions from other donors that want to support this good work. Our kids deserve the best, and it's not easy being a kid right now. And we have great teachers and administrators that see kids every day. But to have someone on a weekly basis that expects that kid to be there, that cares about them, that knows their name, those are things that we shouldn't take for granted for kids. And so an effort that gets more people in their lives is important. So we're thrilled as a foundation to get to be a part of this. I'm very thankful for our mayor, who for 7 years now has been talking about mentorship and shining the spotlight on a hard thing. And so it gives me a great privilege to invite Mayor Tenhaken up here today.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, man. Okay, well, thanks, Andy. I first want to say hi to my buddies in the back there. Say hi to the kids from the school here who invited me in. Thank you for the warm welcome. So you get to skip class right now too, right? Yeah, I mean, you know, I have been talking about mentorship a lot because I know firsthand as a kid who was mentored the value of mentorship and the importance of sending the elevator back down to people in our community, especially at our title schools. And what's unique about what we're talking about today is for the last 6-7 years, it has been a shotgun approach to mentorship, saying we need mentors, and go sign up. This is what we're doing here is a rifle approach, and we're going to go at 3 schools specifically. Okay, these 3 schools at Cleveland, at Redlin, and at Anne Sullivan. Anne Sullivan, yes. Okay, I don't have my notes in front of me. To make sure that we can make an impact on those 3 schools, and ideally, what happens is we get to 100% of the needs filled at those schools, and we say, hey, this model works. Now let's expand this to another school and another school, and just continue to go school by school and make sure the needs are met. And I want to invite my buddy Ephraim up here. Come up here, buddy. Come up here. Did you know you were going to come up here? No. So I just met him when I came in here today. And he was saying he's been waiting for a mentor, haven't you? How long have you been trying to get a mentor?
2 years.
2 years. He's been waiting to get a mentor. Yeah. So I'm going to sign up to be your mentor today. Okay?
All right.
So I'm between mentees right now. So can I be your mentor? Can I do that?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to work with teammates, okay, to sign up, and I'm going to be your mentor, okay? And so we're going to meet, and we're going to get to know each other. And I've been really busy for 7 years, but I'm done being the mayor in 9 months. I'll be done with this job, and then I have more time, so we get to hang out more. Okay? So should we do it?
Yes.
Can you give me a hug? Let's do it. All right, brother. Let's do it. All right. So you can have a seat, buddy. So I'm proud to say I'm going to be the first person to step up in this program and mentor a kid, all right? And so we got 1 down. And so I want to encourage the rest of the community to step up and do this because the need is great. We just were ranked the 2nd hardest working state in the country. And it wasn't necessarily a great ranking because what that means is a lot of our state parents work 2 jobs to make ends meet, which means a lot of our kids are on their own a lot, right? And they maybe don't see their families a lot. And so having adults in their lives, just to, give them an encouraging word, be there when they need someone is important. And I've mentored a lot of people over my life, not just kids, but adults. And mentorship isn't just, 45 minutes, once a week. It can turn into other things. It can turn into maybe I'll have to give you some rides sometime. Maybe we're going to go out for ice cream on the weekend. Who knows what's going to happen? I got a pretty mean crossover I may teach you on the basketball court. Like, who knows what's going to happen? But I'm really looking forward to getting to know you and see how I can help you be a good young man, right? So that's the importance of mentorship that we need in our community and our state. So I want to thank specifically Rich and Randall, who just continue to be kind of quiet advocates for this work in our community and really don't want a lot of attention on themselves for it, but just have a heart for for kids and for youth. And I just thank you guys for continuing to advocate for the title schools and for the work that's being done, and for the teachers and the educators that answer the calling to serve in these schools. I really appreciate the work that you do. And so I don't have the agenda, so I'm not sure who I'm introducing next, but the principal of Cleveland is up next. So welcome. Thank you.
My name is Stacy Stefani. I'm the principal here at Cleveland. And I just want to say, you know, there's not a day that probably goes by that a kid doesn't say, like, can I get a mentor? Can I get a mentor? How do I get a mentor? And so we definitely have always had a running list of kids that are looking for somebody to mentor them. And the kids that do have mentors, they're always here those days. So when we talk about attendance and really like focusing on making sure kids are at school, there's never a day that their mentor is going to be here that they're not at school. So that's a true testament to how important the program is. And so when we think about mentoring, I mean, one of the things we talk about, we put it up here, is every Cub needs a role model to grow, because we're the Cleveland Cubs. But we talk about that role model. It helps build their confidence, really just to have a buddy there, you know, just somebody that's consistent, that comes, they show up, they do things with them. Sometimes, you know, the kid might be having a rough day, and so they might just want to talk. Another day it might be they play a game, they might go outside, or they might play basketball. But the kids just absolutely love their mentor. They're so proud of them. They come through the lunch line, they introduce them. And so we're just so grateful. And I know that I can speak for Anne Sullivan and Terry Redlin too. We're so grateful to be chosen for this, because I think it will definitely have a benefit to our kids, but also to our staff, just the whole community. I feel like when we collaborate as a team, not just individual schools, but just community-wide, it just grows. I mean, just that love of just being a human being, really. So super grateful. We can't wait to continue to team up with teammates and LSS like we have in the past, but to just grow this program. So thank you to everyone involved that chose us and chose the other schools. We will definitely be good stewards of this gift. So I will let Dr. Nold conclude.
So again, thank you for being here today with us on this announcement. We thank our community partners and the work that they've done, and specifically Rich and Randall for the work that you do. And so this is an exciting thing. We hope it takes off and spreads throughout our city. Our motto, our slogan this year is "Be the Difference," and this is truly a thing. Mentoring is something that makes a difference in the life of a child. So we thank you for being here. Many of the individuals, including the principals, would be happy to talk with you, but thank you for getting the word out.